So I guess this is the official announcement. This is it, everybody.
He's gonna go.
Hello? Oh shit. Sounds so loud. Sounds so loud in there. I think we are ready, bro.
Are we good to start off?
Yeah, get your mic close. Fuck, I need to fucking breathe.
Breathe, son. Breathe. Yeah.
Alright, so are we ready or what,
I
dude?
think we're good, dude.
So let's get started. Episode 17.
Yeah. When was the last one we did, just us two?
No, it was episode 6, I think it was.
Really? Has it been that long?
I think so, yeah.
Well, we did the first one. Damn, was it episode 6?
I know. We had like a
Really?
like a
I want to look that up now. Did we really? Is that the
we
last
had
time?
so many guests in a row.
Dude, yeah, I was about to say, hold on a second.
I just kind of felt like we had some momentum going, you know?
Yeah, like we kind of
And then we had some good guests lined up and everything. So
Oh, yeah, it was episode 6.
yeah, I'm telling you,
Damn.
man.
So it's been 11 episodes.
11 episodes.
Since we've just done us two.
So it's probably about time, man.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, we haven't done one this year and it's already March.
No, I think it's a good little catch up on everyone, what
I
we
know.
got going on and stuff. I think we
real,
got a
man.
lot of good things to talk about today.
Good. Well, it's been a while. What have you been up to, man?
You know the usual.
Just busy?
Yeah, I mean, you know how it is, dude. Once, like, you know how it is with like the photo months. Like January's kind of
It's a little
Meh.
slow. It can get a little slow.
February. This past February was pretty busy for me. I feel like I had a lot of couples like for Valentine's Day and stuff like that. This month of March is like okay, but I'm also kind of like okay with March being a little slower because next month, bro. Oh my god,
It's gonna get crazy, huh?
I basically have a shoot like every single day of the month.
I saw that.
It's kind of wild. Like someone booked one of the weekdays right now that was completely free, like for grad photos. And I think now like every single day is like at least one shoot.
It feels nice, but at the same time, it's like, oh man, because you know someone's gonna be like, hey, can you do this? You know, last minute, and you're gonna have to be like, oh no.
Yeah, I mean, I've been really good about because most of them are graduations. Like, I have 2 weddings. Obviously, we have the one together,
Right.
Camille and Leo and stuff. But I have a wedding right at the beginning of the month. I think it's like the 3rd, and that's like an all-day wedding. So that'll be like a good way to start off the month. But I think even those days before, like the 1st and the 2nd, I have like grad photos already.
I mean, I hope you don't get burnt out, man, because
yeah, well, I
early
scheduled
in the year still.
I scheduled like 3 days off. Like I closed off like 3 days, like
Right.
just to
Just to
like
show.
yeah, like I think a Sunday I completely closed it, and I closed off like one Saturday completely, or 2 Sundays I think, because I was looking at my calendar and I'm like, yeah, I should probably take a day off in between that because that's gonna be a lot. Like, you know, the whole like sometimes you have 7 shoots in one day kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's
Is
where
that
I'm
what's
at on
happening?
weekends. Like on weekends, it's like 5+
Uh-huh.
every single weekend that I have, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, man, I feel it. I have someone like that, like a couple of days on the weekend that
Yeah.
are completely like filled.
Are you pretty filled like next month already, or
Next month,
like for
I have
April?
I have stuff. The thing is, like, it just goes automatically, and I don't even check it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. Oh yeah.
You're like, yeah.
It looks gnarly. The weekends look gnarly, you know.
Yeah.
But
Same. I mean, I'm surprised. I think all of the weekdays that I'm getting filled are getting filled just because weekends are so booked already. Like, I had almost all my weekends booked in like 2 days of like
Right.
announcing that I was like booking grad photos now and stuff.
yeah.
So now people are like, well, I still want to shoot at sunset. I'm like, not if you can on a if you
Right.
can on a weekday, book it, because weekends, like, that's a no-go anymore. Like those sunsets were booked like a month ago.
Dude, I wish I could just shoot at sunset, you know.
Yeah, me too, bro.
But you know
Me
what I
too.
realized? Somebody hired me to take headshots on the bridge at noon.
The bridge downtown?
Yeah, the bridge downtown.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, oh, dude, like the light,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
for real. That's a rough
so,
spot.
Like, it was just so bright everywhere, you know?
Yeah.
And I took them, and they came out okay, you know?
Yeah.
They look good. So that's kind of when I realized, like, oh, I can shoot any time of the day, you know? But
Mm-hmm.
if I were to choose, like, sunset, it would be perfect
Oh, I
for
mean,
that.
yeah, dude. Preferably, like, I mean, I love sunrise too, but it's just you gotta get up so early.
Yeah, you just have to sometimes learn how to work with that
You kind of have
harsh
to
light,
adjust. I feel like it's like almost impossible to not shoot during harsh lighting because like
Right.
you have to adjust to what other people want. Like not everyone's gonna be free at sunset,
Yeah,
or
somebody.
if you only shot at sunset, like you're limiting yourself so much.
Yeah.
You know, to
Yeah,
just
yeah.
golden hour shoots.
And it's an opportunity, and you have to come through.
I actually kind of like I kind of like sometimes shooting like in the middle of the day. Like I like playing with like the contrast and like the shadows and how bright
That's
it is
true.
outside.
Yeah, yeah.
And I also sometimes kind of like that look a lot of like, oh, you know it was bright outside, but you can play with lighting a lot.
I mean, you can play with it, but then if they're asking you for a headshot,
Oh, I mean,
it has to
yeah.
be clean and just like you're freaking
Yeah.
out. But it worked out. I'm just like,
That's good.
yeah.
I think that's like a true test is headshots during harsh lighting.
Right,
Bro. That's
right.
rough.
I was like, I wish I was Mike Lucido right now
Oh,
with my
all
whole
the setups
crew and
the
like my
reflectors.
flashes and reflectors.
Yeah, to just
like,
make it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, no, for sure.
maybe one day, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
How's the rest of your year after the next month looking for you? So I know we have a good amount of weddings together,
Right.
but aside from like that,
So basically, starting like from May and on, every weekend I have something going on. Basically,
really,
So, yeah. So
like you're
either
pretty much
weddings,
booked out after
quinceañeras,
that
and yeah.
for weekends
So
and stuff.
from then to like the end of September kind of thing. And I know by the time we get there,
Oh, fall
we're gonna be
season
fall
comes.
season. And so talking about that, I have news for everybody.
Yeah, so someone as I some of you saw on the page about questions, someone said, Chava, how does it feel to put in your 2 weeks at work?
Damn. Somebody snitched? Is that what happened? Who was this?
They
huh?
asked me the question. So
Who
let's talk
snitched?
about that.
Because that was a secret, everybody.
Yeah.
That was supposed
So
to be
to
a
everyone
secret.
watching who didn't see it, our boy is gonna finally go full time.
That's it. It's
So
happening.
Tell us, bro. You know what? Come here, man. Let me give you a
What? Oh.
hug. Give me a hug. Because I'm so happy for you, bro. Like,
Thank you,
truly.
man.
You know I've been waiting for this day for so long.
And I told you this. I'm like, bro, thank you for pushing me.
Of course, bro.
It
But
was,
tell me, what's running through your head right now? Because you just did this, what, yesterday?
Yeah.
Yesterday, huh?
And the idea of doing it came out like, after lunch, and then I was like, okay, this is
You're
it.
just going to go for it.
Yeah, it just something clicked,
And you were like,
and it
it's
was
time.
it was kind of funny because I woke up in the morning, went to work
Mm-hmm.
as per usual, So I'm working, I come back here, and then for some reason I had some people messaging me, like a lot of people trying to get shoots done and whatever done, and I'm like, it just kind of clicked, I don't know what happened, but.
You just felt like it was time?
Yeah, I'm like, dude, what am I doing, Because when I think about it, I've been thinking about it for the longest time. And then I thought, so what's stopping me? And I'm like, it's just fear of doing it,
Like
and
making the jump.
I know, looking at the numbers and everything, not to sound cocky or anything, but I'm good, So what am I What am I waiting for,
Well, that's what I would always tell you too, is like once you get to the point where you'd be okay financially, like that's
and
that's
then
probably when you
a
should make
big
the
reason
jump.
because of doing it is like I was looking at the numbers from past months, and it's like the slow season, and I was making just as much, so I'm like, dude, I'm good.
Yeah, so you're like, I'm gonna be just fine.
And it's scary, it's a little scary.
Oh, yeah, dude.
But
Yeah.
at the same time, I'm like super excited. I cannot wait, man.
Oh no, that's awesome, bro.
And then
I'm
even
glad you're
today,
finally
it was
gonna,
funny because at work, I'm like, I'm still there, but my mind
It's
is
just on
somewhere
that, huh?
else.
You just are like, I'm ready to get out of here.
Yeah, so back to the question, I feel amazing, it's very, very exciting, and I just hope it works out, And the other
Yeah.
thing is like, I'm 26. What do I have to lose, man?
No,
If
nothing.
anything, I have more to gain than anything,
Yeah.
So
I think we're both still at an age where we can grow so much more
yeah,
that it's like, if like you have to be reasonable, you know what I mean? Like you have to look at your expenses and say
Sure.
like, I can be just fine with how I've been doing. Like you look at your track record for like 6 months and then you see how the next 6 months are going to be, and you're like, I'm chilling. Cause you still have responsibilities and
Right.
stuff. But if you know that you're covered on that end, like just go for it,
yeah. And then I can't even imagine like all the free, not free time, but the more time that I'm gonna
Oh,
have.
dude,
Because
yeah.
I had to turn down so many jobs that required to like have
Be
it
there on
done. Yeah,
weekdays
be
and
on the
stuff.
weekdays during the week,
Mm-hmm.
during the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I had to turn a lot of those down, and I'm like, I can take on that now
Yeah.
and just expand, grow. So I'm just really excited, man.
I'm so happy for you, bro. Like
I
genuinely.
just can't. I just
I
can't
know I
wait.
like give you so much crap, but I'm so happy
And
for
there's so
you.
many factors to it, cause like right now we were talking. Like I just did a shoot right before the podcast. Came home,
And then
and
now we're
then you
doing
showed up.
this.
I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, I haven't even
Yeah.
eaten
It's just the
anything.
time, man. Yeah.
So I'm
It just takes
exhausted.
up a lot of
I'm
time.
really tired. I'm kind of letting myself go. You know, I barely eat sometimes. I barely sleep sometimes. So I'm just like, I just want to be cool. I just want to be happy. So,
And
I'm
I think it's like, I don't know, man. It's just when you get as busy as I think as we are as photographers, it's just hard to have like a full-time job too.
yeah, man.
Because it's just a lot, bro.
It was a grind.
Like, that's why, I mean, one of the questions well, it wasn't more like a question. It was just like, what do you, what do you advise? Like, what do I advise to you now as someone who's been doing it like 2 years versus like you're just gonna start?
What is it, man?
I think
Tell me.
my biggest advice is like obviously try to stay busy
Right.
because you know now like it's just you know what I mean, like you got to make it work.
Yeah.
And anytime you're not doing shoots, like try to find something else to do productive with your time.
Right.
Doesn't always mean like work related, like maybe it's just like self-care,
Right.
like do something relaxing that you
Dude,
like to
I
do
used
for
to
fun.
love going to the gym.
Yeah, there you go.
I used to be
See,
very active, and now I barely do that. So.
and see, the thing is like you're just gonna see how much time there is for other things when you're not tied to like an 8 to 5.
Right.
And you're gonna see how many shoots you can do during Monday through Friday just because you can.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like when I did it, I thought I was just gonna be getting stuff weekends, and then I realized like, holy crap, dude, people actually shoot during the week.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that have
Yeah.
Tuesday and Thursday
Yeah, like
off,
a random
or,
weekday off. And now that like sunset is gonna be later, people can still get off work and make it to a shoot during
or
the week.
do it in the morning.
Exactly. And it's just you're not limited to that. Like if somebody hits you up and they're like, are you free on Wednesday at 9 a.m.? You're like, yeah, I am.
And that's one of the things that makes me the most excited, honestly.
Exactly. And then obviously once you do that, like you have time for anything else you want to do, like any type of personal project you want to get done, or literally anything. It's just it's exciting, dude, because like I was there. Like I was there in that like, holy crap, I'm gonna have so much time. And now to like see you going into that now makes me so stoked to see like how you're gonna progress, because I know, bro, that you're busy now, but you're going to see how much more busy you can be with photo stuff. You were busy with your job too and everything, but now it's just going to be solely photography.
And there's so many things to it, because when I think about it, I love doing video. But then video is a little more time consuming and stuff, so it would slow me down, because I had my work.
And now you can focus on that more.
And now I can do that too,
Now you can focus more on studio shoots.
Right.
Like there's just a lot of doors that open.
There's so many
by
possibilities.
closing one,
And
is
like,
the way I see it.
I guess like huge shout out to everybody, dude, that's been hiring me, coming back to me.
We wouldn't be in this position if it weren't for everyone who watches
Seriously.
and supports us.
So I guess this is the official announcement. This is it, everybody.
He's gonna go full time, guys.
Full time, baby.
I'm sure you guys can recall the episods where it'd be like, go full time.
I know,
He's
and
finally doing it.
And I'll be like, shut up.
Yeah,
man.
you're like, shh. Nah, not yet, bro.
I know. Looking back,
dude,
I was just scared.
when you texted me, like, read your message, and I was like, I thought you were just playing around because you put the little crying emoji.
Right.
And then you were like, nah, bro, I put in my 2 weeks. I was like, what?
Right.
I was like, let's go, dude. I like low-key thought you were just messing with me for a bit because I always like would tell you like just do it. So I'm like, maybe he's just messing with me today to just.
I don't know. I don't even know what happened, dude. I would tell everybody like Sunday. I would tell everybody like, no, I'm doing this. I'm gonna keep doing I've been doing.
When it's time, bro, it's time. And I think you finally just kind of realized like, know what, I need to do this for me at the moment. And
so you know how we had Chris last episode. So he comes through work, and I told him, And then he was like super excited too. And then he was like, dude, it's because it has to click within you, you know?
Yeah.
People can tell you all the time, do this and do that, and it might be the best for you, but
Not until you feel
not
it.
until you like really feel it deep
yeah.
down, you know?
Yeah.
And I just kind of got that. And I'm like, I texted my mom, like, just for some extra validation, right? And then she's like, mijo, haga lo que usted quiera, right?
Wow, what a supportive
So
mom.
I'm like, dude,
You gotta
I'm
love
going
it.
for it. So
Yeah, that's dope, man.
yeah, I'm
That's
just,
dope.
dude, I don't even know.
As you guys can tell, he's very happy, as he should be.
Right, like,
No, that's awesome, bro. I'm seriously like super excited to see how this year goes for you now, because it was still early in the year, so it gives you a lot of time
yeah.
to
And I
grow and
knew
expand. You
I
know.
was starting to see the appointments, you know, and everybody asking for wedding quotes or things like that. And I'm like, dude, I can just take on everything now. I can just do
It's
it.
funny you say that because around the time that I did it, that's what was happening to me too.
Right.
Is I was getting so many weddings and future shoots that I'm like, I think I'm gonna be fine, bro.
Yeah.
Like I think I'll be cool.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then I think it just at the right time things happen in a certain way where you're like, I think I can go
Yeah,
for it.
and it was kind of funny because my manager, I texted her. I'm like, hey, when is a good time to come talk to you, right?
Uh-huh.
And as soon as I step into the office, she's like, "You put your 2 weeks in, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I don't know. It was one of those things where everybody would see it, but me.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? So everybody was expecting it. Like everyone's like, "No, we knew that it was coming." And so I was like, "Yeah, I just had to believe in myself a little more."
Yeah. I mean, hey man, you're gonna see that working for yourself is so nice.
And
And
then,
I mean, you're gonna.
dude, we have to go to Oregon now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
'Cause you
I'm
know
waiting.
how- yeah.
As soon as your last day is off, we're planning a trip.
Dude, because you know how we were trying to plan something, you know?
But then you would have had to ask for
And I was
weekdays
like,
off.
yeah, I'm gonna ask her for some days off.
Dude, I'm
and
so down to go. Like, well, not in April. Probably in May.
We're gonna have to wait, huh?
Yeah, I think
That's
let's
fine.
wait after April because
Yeah.
I don't even think I can leave anywhere in April. Period. Like I'm
Right.
just that booked out that month.
No, that makes sense. No,
So
no, no.
we can plan. I think if we planned for like early May, that'd be really dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just gonna open the door for like we can just do whatever,
I
which
can
is
just
tight.
dip
Like
out and-
during the week, if we want to take you to a new place you haven't been to and be like, Chava, let's just bounce, dude. What's holding you back now? No, I'm excited, man. The podcast heard it here first. We're going to
Right.
Oregon soon,
Yes.
so we can get this man out there.
keep us accountable. It's unbelievable, dude. What the fuck?
Crazy, huh?
It is crazy.
It's not gonna hit you till you like legit leave your job.
Yeah.
Watch. That's when you're gonna be like, whoa, dude. No, actually, you know when it's gonna hit you? When it's your first day, like not getting up to go to work.
Uh-huh.
Because
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, what do I do today?
Right.
Like, what do I do all day now? And then you're gonna start like adjusting, like your time management and what you do with your time during the day.
I want to be good with that. I want to
Yeah.
be good with my time management.
That's huge. You really need to be for
Yeah.
like anything you're doing, photo wise or just whatever. Like, just manage your time really well. That's like
Because in my days off, you know, I would just lay in my bed, not
just
do
chill.
anything, be kind of lazy, honestly, because I was just exhausted, dude.
yeah. I mean, you were doing everything else too. So.
Sleeping in, you know, just, I don't know. It was just, I was just tired.
Now you have time to rest so that you can be more productive
Mhm.
because you don't have to.
Yeah.
You know, like Monday through Friday, in the mornings, like you can just kind of do whatever you want to do, and if you book shoots in the afternoon, then you do that.
Yeah.
And then there you go. So it's so nice, bro. I'm so happy for you, like for real.
Yeah,
I know
man.
I've been saying it a lot, but like
Yeah.
generally, I'm so excited
Thanks, dude.
that you finally made the leap, man. I'm super stoked to see where you go. I know you're gonna do great.
It's exciting.
I'm stoked that we have all these things this year, and now we can make more plans happen. Like
And
let's go on a
I
trip or
don't,
something.
I don't really think if we hadn't started this podcast that I would have done it, honestly.
Really?
Because, you know, we had Chef,
Uh huh.
and then Tony, Mike, and
People
all these
who were,
people
like,
that do it
full-time.
full time and they're like motivation, you know.
I think.
I
you
mean, I'm
kinda
talk to you every week now,
Yeah.
and you're like, do it. You
Mhm.
know, it's kind of those. They see something in you that you don't see in yourself, but then
Yeah. Sometimes you just need validation.
you just need that, you know.
Yeah, it helps. Like when people, like you said at your job, when everyone else saw it but not you. Like
Right.
sometimes that's what you need is enough people to be like, "Hey, man, I see it. Like just go
Yeah.
for it." You know.
And
Because it's a big leap. It's a big step. But, you know, if people are constantly telling you something, it's probably because like they know that you'd be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't go and tell that to just anyone, you know, like based on like how far they might be or how busy they are. Like I wouldn't be like, yo, go full time if I don't think they're in a position that would they be okay, you know. And it's not like everyone can get there because they can, but you know, you have to pay attention to a lot of things. Like
and they would see me right there in the corner editing sometimes, you know.
Oh, at your job?
Yeah.
Getting a couple edits
yeah,
in
this
there.
one guy said, they're like, I mean, yeah, you're gonna have 8 more hours to edit. I mean, probably like 6, because like 2 hours you spend over there editing.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen you editing over there. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh damn, dude.
You're like, damn, I need to chill.
Yeah.
Hey, now you can wake up at whatever time you want, have breakfast, go to the gym, and then come back and edit.
Right.
Sounds nice, huh?
Oh, dude. Oh my gosh.
And then if you still want to shoot later on, you can, because you don't have to be at work till like 5.
Right.
And you can shoot at 4. Now, sunset being late doesn't even matter to you anymore.
Right.
It's not going to.
It's just like a Saturday and Sunday every day.
Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of crazy how the weeks go by, because sometimes you lose track of what day it is, because to you it's almost like a weekend every day.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, you're gonna run into that. It's gonna happen to you. But yeah, that was definitely the main thing I wanted us to talk.
Hey,
because...
but somebody snitched though, because I posted that on my close friends. I have a close friends list.
Someone snitched.
And somebody snitched.
They went and asked me on the page. And they were like, how does Chava feel about his 2 weeks? And I'm like, oh, somebody saw the post. So somebody saw it, bro. And they came to me. I'm like, hey, that's a good topic to talk about, though. Because
I hope
I definitely wanted to bring that up.
I always go back and then I find people that I want there, you know, but I didn't have them on there. So I just hope
I've never even done that.
If somebody finds out, hopefully they don't get mad
I've never done the close friends thing. But speaking about Instagram... Did you see the whole no more likes update?
Dude.
Let's talk about that.
How do you feel about it?
I honestly don't think it's bad. I kind of like the idea of them just getting rid of likes, because I feel like some people on Instagram, that's just their focus.
I feel the same way.
And sometimes they don't post certain things because they're scared of the like ratio.
Right.
And I think now that's going to allow people to just be like, I can post whatever I want, because there's not really a number attached to it anymore.
Nobody can see it.
Not that you should, but I understand, because I was there at one point. Like, if I posted something and it didn't get a likes, I would be like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, you'd get kind of bummed out.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's like you can literally post whatever you want, and no one's going to see a number, so you don't even have to worry about that.
The only thing for me is because I don't know if that's fixing the actual issue. Because, you know, when you post something and it doesn't get a lot of likes and you feel sad about it and you feel, you know, you don't feel confident, so you might delete it or something. Because I've been there, you know, if a photo doesn't do good, I archive it or whatever. So I'm like, I don't know if that's fixing the actual issue, you know, which is us. Does that make sense? But I like it, you know. It's just like you can just post whatever and people can come to you because of...
I think there's going to be a lot of like
you
mixed feelings about it, because there are people that really care about their likes.
Because imagine all the people that... I don't know how that's going to work with like brands.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, like influencers who really get hired or get asked to promote something based on their likes.
On their likes and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like that's what we're going to start seeing, maybe like in articles coming up, like how people who are like huge on Instagram might be affected.
Now, do you think it'll stay though? It'll stay like that?
I think if there's enough pushback, they might bring it back.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of pushback.
Unless there's like some sort of way where they handle like what we just said about like influencers and people who rely on likes. If Instagram kind of says like, this is how this is going to work now or something, then I don't know. But I do think there's probably going to be pushback more from the people who are like really huge on Instagram and rely on like the likes. But people who don't, they're probably just like, who cares? You know?
Yeah, man. I didn't see that coming.
It's a very interesting change, because like that's what Instagram was always known for, is people liking your stuff. So the fact that they're getting rid of it is kind of crazy, because that was like what the whole platform was.
Right.
Like, you know, Twitter, you know, you favorite stuff or whatever, but Instagram was always like it was the likes that stood out, I guess, on a picture. But
yeah, man, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's fine. I don't think it's a bad thing, but then I'm also curious to see like how it's gonna affect certain things, and how like people who rely on their likes are gonna react to it, or if there's gonna be enough pushback where Instagram is just kind of like, all right, let's just bring it back because people are complaining. But
It'll be interesting to see, man.
Yeah, who knows?
I like the thought that you can just post and not worry about that.
And you just post it and just be like, whatever.
But like I said, I don't know. There might be something else that comes up, you know? Because you can still see the likes yourself, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think you can see yours.
Maybe personally you can. Yeah,
I think you can still see yours.
You're allowed to see them and stuff. I haven't even updated mine to do it, but I would think you can probably like personally see them.
I think so. I think you can see yours. So you're still gonna be, you know, if you don't get a lot of likes or whatever, you can still see that.
So maybe it might still affect you because you're like, oh,
right,
you know.
So, but who knows, man?
I guess we'll see in the next coming weeks.
Because there's like a lot of people that compare themselves to others, and they're like, "Oh, look at this guy; he gets this many likes, and I don't get as many." So
yeah, I got a couple other good questions that people.
Thanks for the questions, everybody.
Yeah, thank you guys. Someone said, "What do you admire about one another?" So as in,
good question.
You start.
You put me in the spot, huh? I admire. Well, before meeting you, I was like, this guy is freaking talented. Thank you, man. That's definitely one of them. So that was before meeting you. And now that I know you, I don't know. I don't know how to put it into words. Because you work your ass off. So that's one. And the fact that you're just like, I feel like you have good intentions, you know? So I definitely admire that. And what else? How many do I have to?
Oh, I don't know. You can say however many you want.
I don't know. That's a good question. Because I admire you as a person, I guess. You know, because you've been cool to me and everything.
I feel like I'm on the same boat. Like everything you just said is kind of how I feel about you too. Like I admire your work ethic. Right. Especially you did all this long. Like even with the podcast, like you edit it, like even like with the podcast, you edit it like the same night, and I'm like, bro, you don't have to do all that, but you're just like, you just do it. I mean, you've been a good friend of mine since we started to get close. So obviously, I admire that from you too, but also just like the fact that you make goals for yourself, and then you're like, I'm gonna actually work towards there and do it, and you're not afraid to put the work to get to that goal. Which some people don't, you know, people make goals all the time, but do they really put in the work to get there? And I think I like goal-driven people. Right. So it's kind of cool to like be around someone who does that. Because, you know, they say like the people you're around is usually how you tend to be.
Yeah. I have one more. Because, you know, when the pandemic hit, you were like, oh shit, like all the weddings are gone. And you found a way to do other things, you know. You did the stickers, like you did the hoodies, you've been doing puzzles, you've been doing all of this stuff, you know. And I feel like a lot of people might just shut off and be like, well, I can't do what I was doing. Yeah. And I feel like you just find a way every time, you know. I think so. I admire that
I think too. I just was like, you know, this didn't work out, but let me explore different ventures, and it worked out great, you know.
Because you also do minis, you offer
monthly discounts.
Raffle. You did a raffle, right?
Yeah, I just did my first raffle not that long ago, which a lot of people entered, and they're like, can you do these like once a month? So I think I'm gonna start doing raffles every month.
And you also tell me, you know, you should do specials, you should do all this. And going back to the full-time thing, I wasn't doing it because when am I gonna do it, you know?
Yeah, now you have more time.
So now I could probably incorporate that. But that's one of the things that I admire about you, man.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah. It's soft boy season over here.
Yeah, we're being real soft on this episode. I know. We're not gonna talk shit to each other the whole day. Someone said, "Is there a routine or ritual you guys have before you?"
A routine or ritual,
like that you do before shoots?
Honestly, not really. As long as I have my batteries charged, I kind of just do everything last minute, you know.
Do you kind of just go through all your equipment?
Yeah, so I just kind of get my stuff. Of course, I have my backpack, so everything's there. But I usually go to the gas station and I get myself a fucking
energy drink.
An energy drink, dude. I don't know. I just kind of need to drink something before I go. Yeah. You know? And I don't know. I don't think I have a ritual. Nothing that I do every
I
time.
think for me, I mean, I make sure everything is there, and like I just double check everything before I
As
leave.
long as everything's there,
And
I don't
then
care about
I
anything
usually like
else.
listening to like very, how do you say it, like energetic music.
Right, you might want to
So that
hype
way when you
yourself
get there,
up.
you're just kind of like hyped up a little
Uh
bit.
huh.
So I think I feel like I do that before every shoot. Like I always listen to something on the way that just puts me like in a really good mood. So then by the time
Right.
I get there, I'm just like ready to do it,
I
you
have
know?
a weird one. I just realized.
What?
This is weird though.
Why? Say it. Say it.
Honestly, sometimes if I go during the day without speaking much English, then on my way to the shoot, I have to like say things in English.
Oh, just to kind
Because
of
I noticed that when I don't do that, I kind of like,
blank out at the shoot?
yeah, I just kind of run out of words.
Like what to say
Or,
and stuff? Huh.
I mean, that's kind of what comes with like not knowing English like perfectly, I
Yeah,
think,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Like the little language
But
barrier
yeah, I've
almost.
noticed that sometimes I'm like, oh, what was the word? What was the word? You know? I'm just searching for words during the shoot. So I just kind of prepare myself before that.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that's good because if
And
it's gonna let you
I
like,
think it's a thing though. And I don't know if anybody out there is bilingual. I don't know if they
mm-hmm,
can relate, but I know my brother-in-law, he speaks Spanish. He's American.
mm-hmm.
And some days he's just like, nah, like,
You just can't.
yeah, he just can't,
Huh.
And you talk to him in Spanish and he's just kind of like out, he's just not getting it. But
Yeah.
then other days he's like sharp.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it is depending on how much you
On
do
how
it throughout
much,
the day
yeah,
leading
yeah,
up to
yeah.
and stuff. Hmm.
So I don't know. That's weird though. But
Someone asked, where do you guys want to see your podcast go?
oh, good question. I don't know, dude.
Do you have a I want our podcast to just have a lot of variety. And I want it to be consistent. Like how we've been doing it every week I think is great.
Uh-huh.
And I think I just want us to have like a ton of guests. Doesn't matter if they're big or small,
Mm-hmm.
boy or girl, like
Right.
whatever. But I just want it to be like people who do all sorts of different things.
Right.
You know, like at this point we have what, photographers, videographers, models, clothing line
Entrepreneurs.
owners,
Right.
like music producer, like all these things that are like, you know, different. So I
Yeah.
think like now I just want it to be even more people who do other different
Mm-hmm.
things. And then I think it would be cool if like down the line we kind of brought everyone back as like a, hey,
What have you been up to, huh?
what you've been up to in the past like 6 or 8 months or
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
to do like a catch up. I think that would be pretty tight to do that.
Yeah. You know why I blanked on this?
Why?
Because you're like the mastermind behind it,
Oh, like
and
about
I'm
it.
just like, I'm just with the technical stuff, But I don't know. I just want people to watch it, honestly,
Mhm.
and I just want people to get to know all these guys.
Yeah, to me
All
it's
these cool
just I
guys.
want everyone to get out there and people to meet new people here and
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, feel like wow, there's so many people in this area that do so many different
Mhm.
things. And you know, get to know their backgrounds and everything and how
Right.
everyone feels about something differently, which I think is cool
Yeah, yeah.
when we bring in guests because they all give like a perspective on something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think just like if I had a general rundown of how I wanted it to go is more variety and then just to consistently keep it going. 'Cause I think
Yeah, I
at
feel
this
like
point I feel like
I
people
hope
kind of
that
know.
we can stay consistent over the summer too.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little tough because that's when
Yeah.
we're more busy.
And then the sun's is gonna be at 7, 8, and then when are
Oh,
we
that's
gonna
right.
shoot,
So we would be filming like late, huh?
Yeah. So, but I think we can make it
I think
work.
we'll be fine. I mean, we would just have to pick a day that works best or
Yeah.
something and just kind of put that to the side. But we'll try to be consistent for you guys.
No, I
you
love
know.
this podcast, man.
Yeah, man, it's always great.
It's
to
one
come
of
in
the
here and just
best
talk.
decisions that I mean, I don't know about you, but that I made.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
you remember me and how much I wanted to do it,
Yeah,
and now
yeah.
that we're like what 17 episodes in, it's kind of
17,
crazy
dude. Yeah.
that we're this far already. So no, I'm excited. This is a really good question. Someone
You
said,
had some good ones though.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
job, everybody.
yeah.
Jeez.
How do you guys create/develop consistent creativity, posing, location, angles, etc.?
It's hard. I'll tell you that.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. Sometimes you just feel like you don't feel creative at all. But obviously, looking stuff up, and I feel like once you start going, I don't know with me, but with me, something just kind of clicks, and
Hmm.
you're like, oh, let's do
Yeah.
this, let's do that. And I honestly, I don't do style shoots. I never done anything like that. So I do rely a lot on my models. So they sometimes bring up the idea, and then once we start shooting, I'm like, oh, maybe this will be cool. I can point things out from there. But I just don't consider myself like a super creative guy.
Hmm.
I don't know if you feel the same way.
I think you're pretty creative, especially
People
now
think
that you're
that
doing like more studio stuff. Like a lot of the shoots you do are pretty creative. Like the one you just posted with
with the bubbles, huh?
Teresa and the bubbles, like that's creative.
I guess so. I don't know, man. I just see the ideas and I'm like, I'm gonna try to do it, and then when I do
Anytime
it,
like something is your idea, like that's creative.
right.
Like cuz you came up with it,
But
you
then
know?
on the other hand, I see these people doing all these things, and I'm like, whoa, I would have never come up with that.
Yeah, I mean some people just have certain things in their head that they see and they are really good at bringing it out.
Uh huh.
But it doesn't mean that like if you have an idea, you can't make it out to happen, you know?
What I
And
can,
I just don't think our style is very like that kind of style. Like I
right.
think is more of like we just kind of focus on what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And from time to time we'll do like a different
Exactly.
thing.
Yes.
Like that's where it comes where you do like certain studio shoots that are more like for you and
Uh
your
huh.
creative part of it. Same with me, like when I'm like, oh, I need to volunteer for this. That's when I go do something that I wanted to shoot in like a
Mm-hmm.
concept. But I think for me, like I base a lot of the location and everything based on like time of day, how the weather is outside,
Mm-hmm.
what they're gonna wear. I usually like to ask people what their outfit is like before every shoot, so I can
Mm-hmm.
put them in the right place. I think, because there's certain areas that look better for certain clothes.
True.
So that's how I go about it. As far as like posing, I think depending on the person, like if they're more serious, I don't make them do anything out of the loop.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's someone who's like, I'll do whatever you need me to do, then I can get a little more creative with the posing. And
Yeah.
for like couples, I think I like shooting couples the most because I like to show like intimacy,
Mm-hmm.
and I like to make couples like in their pictures, like people help kind of feel that these people are in love with each
Mm-hmm.
other.
Yeah.
Like that's always what I try to do when I shoot a couple,
Mm-hmm.
is keep them very close to each other, like do this, like just be kind of natural and like
But
act
at the same
yourself.
time, that goes back to like that's them,
Yeah.
and you're just kind of over here taking the
Yeah.
photos.
But see, the thing is, like, it is them, but a lot of the times they don't do that unless you guide them.
True, yeah. You
Like
gotta be able to guide
I've
them.
had a
That's
lot
true.
of couples who are like, well, we don't know what to do, so can you just tell us? But they're down to do
Oh, you
whatever you
mean like
ask them to.
95% of them?
Yeah, like
Okay.
95% of couples,
Yeah.
or just clients in general.
Yeah, dude.
So I just kind of go about it that way. I think like get to know your client
Yeah.
and who you're shooting and base it from there.
And just as like creativity in general, I had this thought the other day. So I did a shoot and I posted these photos, the one with like the pond and then you can see the
Oh,
reflection and then them.
uh-huh.
So we were technically done before we took that, okay? So we're walking towards the car and then we're almost getting in our cars, right? And I look at the pond and I look at the sun and I just kind of go like, oh, this will be cool. I'm like, guys, come back.
Yeah. Do
You
one more
know?
shot.
So I guess in general, I kind of just, even when I'm driving or something, I look at stuff and I'm like, what could I do there? What could I do
Yeah,
here?
same.
So it's kind of
I
like,
think like when you become a photographer, you
You're always
analyze
looking.
your surroundings
yeah,
more.
you're always looking. You always
Like when I'm
see-
driving through random parts of town, I'm like, it'd be kind of cool to do a shoot here,
I-
or like
yeah.
you picture something. And I
Yeah.
think that's just creativity in you as it is. Even if like you don't always do it, like that just shows that you have creativity
Yeah,
in you.
and
So
I feel like if you practice that, just be like, oh, what could I do here? What could I do that? Once you find yourself in those situations, like the one where I was with the couple, then something just kind of clicks and you're like, oh, I'm going to try it. And then just try it. It
Yeah.
might not work.
but just go for it.
Just
'Cause
go for it.
you're
Some of the
never
best
gonna
shots
look
that I've
You're never
gotten,
gonna know what it looks like till you do it.
some of the best shots that I've gotten is like, they
It
just
kind
happen.
of randomly happen.
They just happen out of
Yeah,
luck.
sometimes I get some of the best shots when we're leaving, and I think about something right before we leave.
Do you know how I told you that I was doing the shoot with the kid and then
Oh, uh-huh.
he let his birthday balloon go?
Uh-huh.
So he was all sad, right? And I was like, no, dude, it's all good. Like, we can still see it in the sky, right? I'm like, come over here. And I grab him and I go, come over here. And then I'm like, it's all good. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. And then look towards the sky and then put your hands up. And I got this really cool shot from down low.
All of him, like,
you
with
can
the
see the balloon
background.
up there. And then he's kind of like, he looks happy, but he was crying.
It's just
he was like turned back.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, that was kind of creative, you know?
Yeah,
Just
no,
took
for
advantage
sure.
of the situation. But yeah, get out there, guys.
Yeah,
Come
go
on.
test your ideas that you want. Like, don't be afraid to
Jesus.
do that. Someone. Do you remember when we were talking about Connor coming in, like Nick's friend and all that? One of the photographers here. His name's like Geodes on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
He said, "When you getting the boy on the podcast, I'm gonna hit you up."
Didn't I can't remember who we were talking to.
Nick and Caleb. Caleb was like, Connor might come, but he might not. But he may or may not. And I think we were talking about.
Because if I remember, they were like, "Oh, he's kind of shy." Was that what he was?
Yeah. Well, he's not shy.
Is that not what he was?
No, Luke is the shy one.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Luke is
I'm
more
tripping.
like chill. Connor will definitely. I'll hit you up, Connor.
Yeah,
You're gonna
come
in.
on
Don't
in,
worry
bro.
about it.
We'll get you on here.
Someone said, play Smash Bros for a living or do photography for a living. I guess that one's directed towards me.
Exactly. I never played Smash Bros in my life, bro. So what is it, man?
Play Smash Bros for a living or do photography for a living?
Dude.
Photography.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How come, man?
I thought about it because I think, like, I like video games, bro, but I don't like video games as much as I love taking pictures. So I feel like I would stick with photography because it's the thing I love doing the most.
What if you were making like a lot of money though?
Well, like if I was like, obviously if I'd be like a pro gamer, which I would probably be making more than I do now.
Exactly. So that's.
But I just don't think I enjoy video games enough to be like, I want to be a pro gamer because, you know, like, I don't know. I don't know. Like I love video games as like a pastime, but not about like, you know, would I really commit to being a professional gamer?
Yeah.
I don't think
That
I
makes
enjoy
sense.
them enough to do that.
There's just,
And I've seen interviews of like pro gamers who are kind of like, it just feels like a job now. And video games were always just like something for me to do. Like they'll say, they're like, you know, I'm doing comfortably. I support my family. Like I'm making way more money than I ever thought I was gonna. But now it just feels like, I gotta go play because it's my job.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
we'll take the fun away.
because like pro gamers have to play like damn near 8 hours a day, which is almost like a job schedule, you know, or like they have to travel all the time to go to like tournaments and do that.
Yeah.
And that lifestyle seems fun maybe for a little bit, but then after a while, I feel like you'd get burned out and then you don't even want to play games because you're like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm not even playing for me anymore.
It's
you know?
just enough photography.
So
man.
I would
Photography all day,
100% just do photography. I mean, that's my goal, is to just to be a photographer for the rest of my life. But as far as, I don't think I would play Smash. I'll stick to
Alright.
streaming Smash from time to time, not
Jeez. Alright.
doing it for a living.
Not for a living, all right?
Nah,
Somebody
it'd be cool
doesn't
and all,
love it as
but
much as he says, I guess.
no. Someone asked this one in Spanish. He said, anécdotas de momentos vergonzosos o chistosos.
Anécdotas, dude.
Anécdotas?
Anécdotas.
Oops. Damn.
It's okay.
Que han tenido tomando fotos. So embarrassing times or
Do
funny
we
moments.
answer this in Spanish or in English?
I don't know.
I'll go in Spanish and you go in
All right.
English.
You talk in Spanish. then.
Anécdotas en español. Okay. Pues hay muchas, güey.
Pues hay muchas, güey.
Hay muchas.
Give me like your top 3 maybe.
I want to see. Okay, so there was one. Oh, fuck. I'll cut this part out. I have to think about it, okay? Me quiero acordar. Fuck, what the fuck was it? Dude, I swear there was one that happened just recently.
Or at least give me one in general, one that you can remember right off the bat.
Pues la vez que le dije a la muchacha que estaba embarazada. ¿Verdad?
Oh yeah, that's a bad one.
Yeah.
Have you ever fallen at a shoot or tripped?
I rolled my ankle once.
I busted my ass once during
Yeah.
a shoot, dude, and it was so embarrassing. It was. I mean, this was maybe like 2 years ago,
Oh
but
no, yeah, I have. Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like when it was icy out, like during the winter,
Uh-huh.
and I wasn't paying attention to ice on the floor,
Uh-huh.
and I just completely like fell back, dude. And my first instinct was to like grab my camera and not fall on it.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah, I
go
was
like
like
that.
this, and then I fell, and I hella landed on like my shoulder back here, and I was shooting this couple who, I think they like. I understand if they would have laughed because it was funny, but
Mm-hmm.
they tried so hard not to like burst out laughing, and they're like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I'm cool." Like I'm good, and I got up like in hella pain. And I'm like, oh god, dude, I'm gonna feel this on my shoulder for a while. But you never want to trip as a grown man in front of like
Right.
your clients. Like, are you kidding me? I like hella ate it, bro.
I can't believe
It
that I
was bad.
forgot that one. It was a good one too, but maybe if I remember, I can
Bring it
just...
up on the next one.
Okay, pero para contestar esa pregunta en español, una vez le pregunté a una muchacha embarazada que si... No, a una muchacha que si estaba embarazada
Y no estaba.
y no estaba. Al menos eso fue lo que me... Sí estaba, pero no se veía tanto, entonces como que jugó conmigo poquito. Jugó conmigo un
Yeah,
poquito,
she
entonces...
made you be like,
Yeah, yeah. So, you don't ask that, I guess.
Oh man.
Do you have any
I
more
think
questions?
last question. Where is it? Oh, someone asked a funny one and they said, "Why are we such bosses?" We're not. We suck.
Bosses?
We suck.
Bosses?
Bosses.
Oh, you mean like in... Oh, I see, I see.
Why are we such
I
bosses?
thought like bossy kind of thing.
No, bosses.
I'm like, I'm not bossy, dude. What?
I'm not, but he's about to get so defensive.
Yeah. Nah, we're just chilling. We're just over here doing our thing, you know?
We're both kind of lame in real life.
I know.
People just see us through here and they're like,
Dude,
oh,
I have no friends.
you're my friend.
I never go out. I don't do anything, dude.
This
Well,
man hasn't even been outside of the state in who knows how long.
I know. So
Hey, that's
I
where we're
don't
gonna
see
make that Oregon trip happen, though.
I don't see anything boss like about that. You
No,
know?
what one last question after that one is where do we want to be as photographers by the end of this year? Which I think is a great question.
That is a good question, especially with me going full time now.
Yeah, let's discuss that a little bit.
Well, I wanna be stable with photography and you just
Be
know-
full time by
yeah.
next year.
Be full time and
Like continue to be full time
yeah,
in a year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I just wanna do as best as I can this year. So obviously bust my ass off as much as I can. And just be able to have my personal life in check as well as my business side in check, you know. And I don't know, that's the main one. As photographer, of course. And I just hope that my stuff keeps the consistency, I guess, you know.
Improving and stuff.
Keep improving. And I don't know, man. I guess that's the main one. What about you?
I think I mean I want to keep being full time. I'm on my 2 years now, so I want to make it 3. Obviously.
Yeah.
I feel like based on the how this year looks for me, like I'm sure I will be, but I'm not gonna ever say like for sure I am because you never know. But I definitely want to continue to do this full time. I want to hopefully do all the weddings that I'm scheduled to do this year because I just love weddings, so I want to do as many of them as I can. I want to, like you said, continue being consistent as far as like photos and then, everything else. But, yeah, that kind of be the main thing. It's just hopefully have the year go how it's planned to be. And then, maybe do like, I want to do one more like price change later this year and then just maintain that for a while. So hopefully like the recent price change I made, I can see goes well, which so far it is. Because people are already booking stuff in May that has nothing to do with like the grad special I put out. Because all the graduations in April, they're a little discounted because I just do that every single year for grads. But everything else seems to be being received pretty well. Like I haven't really seen people not booking stuff. Not that I expect people to book a lot right now because like April's already filled. So I guess we'll see in April how May and everything else goes. But But yeah, I just want to do all the weddings that I want to do. It sucks like seeing couples have to push it again.
Oh yeah.
Like I've had like I think 2 get moved to next year now.
Again?
Yeah, 2
Oh,
more.
jeez.
Again, which sucks because they moved them from last year too. So I'm like, that must be such a pain trying to like.
Yeah.
I just feel more for the couples. Like I don't care if they reschedule because I understand, but it's like that sucks, man. You have to push your wedding again. Like that's crappy. But
I guess in a way, now that you mentioned like pricing, of course, I wanna
bump
up my pricing too, and also
I think now that you're making that leap, you kind of are gonna have to.
And now that I have time, maybe I can offer monthly specials.
Yeah.
And do all
I
that.
think even if you just do 5 a month, people are always on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
You know, I offered some for March and they got filled. I didn't offer anything for April because I just kind of booked graduations all month. So that's my focus in April is grads. But I'll go back to hosting them like every month after that, like in April and on. Because people, like some people can afford what you normally charge and others can. That's understandable.
Yeah.
So it's good to offer at least a few.
Right.
And that's their people's opportunity of like, oh, maybe I can get some.
Yeah. So I want to do that. And also throughout the year, there was a lot of stuff that I turned down video related.
We'll do more video stuff.
Or like businesses or real estate agents that want like houses, videograph.
Yeah, you should. Yeah,
little videos and stuff.
That's huge.
So I want to expand into all of that, and then I have.
I actually I'm gonna start getting more into video this year. I told myself.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get
it's fun, man.
I'm gonna go get a second bodysuit and then have that be my video body.
It's fun, man.
I've had a few clients ask if I could do like a little video for them at a wedding and still do photos, and I'm like, I can make that happen. I mean, I explained to them like, hey, you can't expect like a full on like top notch like highlight reel, but I can give you what you're looking for.
You can't expect no David Hitler.
No,
right?
no David Hitler production video out here, bro. But I'll give you what you want, and do my best on it.
You get the Nando production.
Yeah, and I mean, I just want to keep doing.
Because I mean, sometimes somebody just asked me actually this morning if we were able to collaborate, right? But there's gonna be a lot of them that we're just not gonna be able to,
Yeah, I mean, I just reached out to you the past 2 days about like 2 of them, right?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, sorry,
and I don't know, and yeah, so it's like.
So if they're
not looking for anything too complex,
just comfortable enough with you getting some of it, so you definitely
exactly. That's kind of how I see it. So I also want to just keep doing a lot of these other side things like the stickers and stuff like that. Like I think they're just fun to do. Like yesterday and today I've been finishing up all the puzzles that people ordered because they came in on the weekend and everything, or like a little bit before. And now
what do you mean by finishing up?
As in like getting them to people, shipping them out.
Okay. I was like, is this man
no, hell no. Building every puzzle myself. No, like today I went to the post office and sent out like a bunch of them, and then I also went and dropped some off.
And they had some out of state too, huh?
Yeah, like
from where?
Arizona, Texas, California, Oregon, and Utah.
Is that people you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, okay. 2 of them I had no idea.
Have you heard of Etsy? The Etsy shop? Why did you put them on there?
I wanted to, but
is that too much?
I don't know. I've heard about Shopify, and I've heard for like what I'm gonna do, Shopify is a better option. But I do want to look into those, like just having like a little shop now.
Maybe, huh?
But I think I want to release more stuff first to have a bigger supply or like inventory.
Imagine one day you have your own
like store.
Yeah.
That'd be tight.
The Nando store.
The Nando store.
Yeah, not the Fern store.
I'm trying to think of a.
Chris was making fun of you because
the Fern.
Because of the Fern thing.
I'm gonna name it Fern Supplies and Co. or something like that. Fernando's Goods.
Yeah,
and we would just come in something. No, but yeah, those things for sure. Just because I really like it and people seem to really enjoy it. Like I was surprised so many people wanted to build a puzzle of one of my pictures, but it's tight. I told everyone like send me a picture when you build it because I want to see it.
I should have gotten one. I just never do anything.
I'm gonna make more. I'm thinking of coming out with the next one. I'm gonna do this week, like the next puzzle idea I want to make, because people were like, so when are you making another one? And for anyone watching who wants a puzzle, if you just tell me what picture you want, I can make it into one. It's not like it has to be the one that I pick.
Sick. Why don't you maybe one of them from their shoot? From their photo shoot.
I was thinking of offering that maybe to like wedding clients. Be like, do you guys want to like a puzzle of you guys just to build for yourself? Like, I think that'd be pretty neat because then you can just frame it,
Yeah.
and keep it in your house. So that might be something. So any wedding clients watching, you might get a message from me about that.
All right. Well, let's wrap it, man.
But yeah, man,
I'm
I think.
Hungry. I don't know about you.
No, I think we talked about what we wanted to talk about.
Yeah. No, we got everything.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching another episode. Hope you enjoyed just us two again. We'll probably do one of these again in the future, but we'll go back to our guests. Next episode, we'll announce, keep you guys updated on the page. And knowing this crazy ass, he's probably gonna edit this tonight, so it'll be up in the morning.
This will be up in 2 hours. I'm just like, but stay tuned. Watch us.
Yeah, please. Keep watching. We appreciate the like button. Support.
Go to the YouTube if you're listening on Spotify.
Keep watching
subscribe.
us. Keep booking us.
Did you subscribe? Did you subscribe already? I'm giving you time, bro. Come on, click it. Click it, bro.
It takes 2 seconds.
All
2 seconds. No.
You clicked it. I'm proud of you.
Clicked it. Book Chava more because he's going full time now.
Going full time, so
support my boy.
If you're tired of seeing me every day on the timeline, so just
you're gonna see a hell of a lot more.
Get ready because you're seeing me a lot more now. For now, thanks everybody.
Later,
we'll
guys.
See you on the next one.
Have a good rest of your night, day, whenever you watch this. Day. Probably day because it'll be tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so whatever.
Let's wrap it up then.
All right, man. Yes, sir, bro. Let's go.